Hey guys, welcome to the EU Regional Championship 20 Best Goals. Enjoy some funny goals and own goals while we get into this video. One thing I do need to tell you guys, or ask you guys rather, is whether or not you want to see me do a 20 Best Goals episode for this weekend's regional, or no, sorry, not regional, it's the promotion relegation tournament, that's what it's called. So there will be the promotion relegation tournament happening, I believe, tomorrow. No, sorry, it's tonight. I'm just trying to figure out when this video is actually going to be uploaded. It's tomorrow as I record this, but it's tonight as you guys are watching, if you catch this video just as it drops. That's the North American promotion relegations, where the bottom two teams from RLCS NA are going to be battling against the top two teams from RLCS NA, or a rival series, I think it's called now. For the next season of RLCS spots. Europe will be the day after, I believe, on Sunday. So if you guys want to see me do a 20 best goals for that little championship that's going to be going on, there may be 20 good enough goals to make a video out of, as it's RLCS's weakest teams against RLRS's best teams. I want you to take a look at this iGnite goal, by the way. Look at this lucky, happy little accident with him and Remco as they just have a quick makeout session. Remco sends iGnite towards the net. I really enjoyed that one. But yeah, that's on the table for next week if you guys want it. But for this week, of course, we have the European Championships. This did happen a couple of weekends ago, I believe. Now, right? I think it was. It's all just time's just blending together. I think it was a couple of weekends ago that the EU Championships happened. But of course we did North America last week, so Europe is this week, just to spread them out a little bit. Just in case you guys aren't watching the Rocket League Championship Series as it progresses, just to keep you guys in the know of where we're at. This was a couple of weeks ago that these games happened. Alright, let's get into the top 20. I think that's enough of an intro, enough silly goals. Top number 20 rather is going to be Remco from Team Envy, but Devo has a big part to play in this one as well. Direct your camera. Focusing on the ball there, but flick pass into the middle, lobs it up to Remco, who is very, very well stationed on that far post line. I want you to pay attention to Remco's line of attack there. Just being over there in the far post area makes it so much easier for him to attack that ball early, and it's a really good thing to do. Number 19 will be another goal from Envy. This time, iGnite, but again, it's Devo who's involved in the setup. I think Devo played quite well in the regional championships, particularly against Flipside. But that's just another Devo lob pass, this time just from a ground clear and up to iGnite, who still had quite a lot to do to thread the needle between the Gale Force defense, but he did so very well. We're going to stay with Envy again. Of course, there were only 6 teams in the EU regional championships, so a lot of repeat players here. But this is the third player for Envy is going to be making an appearance in the top 20. This time Devo gets a goal, and it's iGnite with, I think, the best pass that we've seen so far. Down the line to Devo, who slams it in the bottom corner. Great vision here by iGnite to spot the fact that Devo was, in fact, going to beat Cux to this ball because he had more momentum than Cux, despite the fact that Cux was closer. Alright, we'll take a break from Envy for now to go and take a look at what Gale Force have been up to. Here's a good solo goal by Violent Panda. Bit chaotic in defense from this entire series, really, from Reno Vitality. I've seen them play a lot better defensively. They gave away the ball so many times, and this is just another example of that with Freaky just knocking it into Violent Panda's path, who has a routine double touch. It's just free play with a couple of orange cars playing catch up. Easy stuff for Gale Force. iGnite back again. We can't stay away from Envy for too long. They did have so many quality goals in the regional championship because they played 3 series. A lot of other teams only played 1 or maybe 2 series. We noticed a bump play by Devo. He's playing a lot of setup this week, and after his initial clear to the midfield, which Remco was able to follow up on, he clatters Kid up off the back wall, enabling iGnite to come in for the free shot to the top corner. This is a comeback situation for Envy as well, so I rate that goal quite highly. Alright, number 15, back to Gale Force. We're sticking with this same series, and this time it's going to be Kid up, but Turbo Pulse starts this one off. This is a full team passing play, Turbo down the line, Panda with the back pass to Kid up, who slams it top corner. And that's one of the things that Gale Force Esports are probably better at than any other team in the world at the moment, is quick infield passing. Violent Panda Kid up, or Kid up to Violent Panda is a more common combination. Number 14 is finally not going to be an Envy or a Gale Force player. This is going to be Freaky from Vitality. But I put this goal mainly in here because of the Fairy Peak infield pass. Just look at the precision on this pass from Fairy Peak. As Freaky hardly has to move. Probably the most effortless finish of the entire season from Freaky there, because Fairy Peak not only got the ball straight to him, but disguised it really well. The defense were all expecting a shot from Fairy, but that was not what he had planned. Let's go back to Gale Force now, and another 1-2 passing play. Turbo Pulsar and Violent Panda this time, and in the air, just to make it a little bit more difficult. They really did dominate Vitality. I didn't expect this to be such a one-sided series, but good speed there by Panda, and Turbo Pulsar able to follow up. The first pass here from Turbo Pulsar is what stands out to me most, though. Just the awareness to send that ball straight in field. That is something that Gale Force do more than any other team, rather than looking for that backboard, which was heavily defended. All right, let's go to see Vitality in another matchup now versus PSG, a matchup that they dominated early on. Despite a resurgence from PSG, Vitality were able to get the job done. Just excellent pressure by Vitality. And look at this, another disguised infield pass from Fairy Peak towards Pashi this time. Just ridiculous recovery by Fairy as he jumps off the wall, well, completely vertical, and gets a handstand pass. So well done by him. Now let's take another look at a Gale Force goal. This is number 11 of the week for me. Overtime versus Envy. A match that I do think Envy should have really won 1-0. In fact, if you're paying attention, Remco's whiff in the intro was this match. That was a goal that allowed Gale Force to equalise, and they did go on to win this. Envy have caused Gale Force some trouble in the past, not just with this roster, but with the previous one. But they're still always coming up second best when it matters most, and it's because the Gale Force guys just have the clutch in the final moments. All right, let's get into the top 10. Another Vitality goal, this time Fairy Peak getting on the score sheet, with Freaky doing most of the work. So flicks it over one, bumps Farah into the wall, and that leaves it wide open for Fairy. Of course, the entire net wasn't wide open, but the top shelf was, and that's the only place that Fairy Peak is interested in. Excellent striker with the Batmobile from just about any position. That ball was on the downward trajectory, and he was still able to get plenty height on it. Right, back to Envy. They're I think the team who I've given the most goals to this week. Flip reset attempt by Devo does not quite work, but this clear by Ignite will be much more functional as Devo flicks it off the wall and finds Remco. Full team passing play. Excellent speed by Remco. Again, using that far side of the field. Look how much space Remco has to attack this ball, and he can get up so quickly. Great placement as well, sticking it underneath a lot at the far post. Right, back to Vitality again. We're just pretty much all Vitality and Envy today, and a little bit of Gale Force. But this is going to be a Pashi goal from a Fairy lob. Look where Pashi is. He's starting that run down the right-hand side, comes flying in, and absolutely slams it into the top shelf. Great vision by Fairy Peak. Reminiscent of Devo and iIgnite's version of this goal that I gave to number 19 in this list, but this one was just so much more difficult to execute, both the pass and the shot. So well played by Vitality. Number 7 is going to be a lot. The first of 3 a lot goals, and that's right, they're all in the top 7, but it's because of that save by Metza. Keep an eye out for it in the replay. Absolutely ridiculous save by Metza to deny Devo's rebound. Look at that. He just gets the touch hit into his own crossbar, and then a lot with a huge dunk all the way into the open net. But props to Metza, that's got to be one of the best saves of the entire season. Alright, another Fairy Peak goal now. An absolute boomer, and it's a solo goal. So I don't usually put solo goals as highly rated as team goals, so they have to be really quite special, and it's just because of the power that Fairy's able to get on this ball. That's 2 defenders absolutely helpless. Fairy Peak completely changing the direction of the ball, just wins it in defense himself, and that is a 1v3 end-to-end play. Unreal power by Fairy Peak on the shot. Time for another solo goal though, and this one will be the only Flipside Tactics goal in the top 20 this week. They only played 1 series, of course, in the regional championships, getting knocked out by Envy. But this is an excellent ceiling read, double touch by Cuxer. He reads the ceiling bounce and the back wall bounce and slams it home to give them a very important... At this stage in the series, they were coming back from 2-0 down in the series, so this was almost securing game 4 to give them a 2-all, and Cuxer with the solo play to make it happen. Number 4, Pashi, and it is going to be a passing play. I needed to get some more passing plays high up in the list. So many passes here from Vitality as they just send complexity axles to the garbage heap. So many like little touches in the ball. That's what the thing I like most about this play is the little redirects and the little flicks are happening. Very good passing play by Vitality, showing what they can do when they're playing at their best. Alright, time for a lot goal number 2. This is the third best goal of the week for me. A lot, I think, has been the European player of the season for highlight goals. Maybe Rizzo in North America. But Magnus had a big part to play in this one. With the 1-2 passing play knocked down, and a lot stuffs it underneath the crossbar with a close range double touch. Great passing by Complexity. And look at that placement by a lot. Redirecting it, or rebounding it, sorry, into the top corner from close range. Number 2 is going to be iGnite. Look at the clock here. They are about to drop game 3 to Gale Force Esports. Now iGnite comes flying off the back wall with an interception and with ridiculous speed and power somehow finds the top corner on the recovery. This is pretty much what iGnite does. He's just really fast and really powerful, and that is proof to me that he can be clutch in the final moments of a match. Alright, I said there was going to be 3 a lot goals. This is going to be number 3 for a lot, well, his best goal for a lot, and the best goal for the week for me. Still, a lot, the only player in the world who really does this with consistency. The defense are just like, alright, let me just get this clear. Wait, what? A lot's actually beat me to this ball and stuck it in. The angle here just shows you the disbelief of iGnite. Now we get to see what a lot really did off the back wall. Just makes it look so easy, and that's why, for me, goal of the week for the regional championships in EU. Alright guys, thanks for watching once again. We may be back next week with another one of these videos for the promotion relegation tournament. If not, then we'll definitely be back for RLCS LAN, which I will be going to. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. For now though, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.